Zoe Martinez, 28, was an artist seeking inspiration in the newly independent Mexico. On November 1st, 1830, she moved into an old hacienda near Puebla, inherited from a distant relative. The house was a bargain cheap because of its haunted reputation from the colonial era. Locals whispered of the previous owner, Dona Isabel Reyes, who vanished in 1785, leaving behind tales of madness. Zoe didn't care. She saw beauty in the faded frescoes and creaky wooden floors. The first night, she unpacked her paints and brushes, her easel set near a tall, ornate silver mirror in the upstairs hallway. Its frame was engraved with Spanish motifs, and the glass had a slight tarnish. She noticed it at 11:17 p.m. Standing before the mirror, Zoe adjusted her shawl and froze. Her reflection didn't move. Instead, it stared back with hollow eyes, a shadow where her face should be. She blinked, and the image shifted, a woman in a lace mantilla, pale and motionless, gazing at her. Zoe stumbled back, heart pounding. The mirror was antique, she told herself, just a trick of candlelight. She covered it with a blanket and went to bed. The next morning, Zoe found her sketchbook open on the floor, a drawing she didn't remember making. The woman from the mirror, her eyes black voids. Uneasy, she called her brother Carlos, a rancher helping with repairs. He arrived at noon, scoffing at her story. "Mirrors don't draw," he joked, uncovering it. As he leaned close, the reflection flickered. His face aged 40 years, skin sagging, eyes sunken. Carlos dropped his hammer, swearing he saw his own death. They agreed to remove it, but the mirror wouldn't budge from the wall, as if nailed by invisible hands. That night, Zoe heard whispers. She found Carlos in the hallway, pale, staring at the mirror. "She knows us," he muttered. The reflection showed two figures, now Dona Isabel and an unknown man, both watching silently. Zoe grabbed Carlos, and they fled downstairs. The whispers followed, a chorus of voices overlapping. "Zoe, Carlos, stay." The candles dimmed, and a cold draft swept through, though the windows were shut. Desperate, Zoe researched Dona Isabel Reyes. Old letters revealed she'd lived alone, obsessed with a mirror she claimed watched her soul. The man was her brother, Antonio, who disappeared with her. Locals believed the mirror trapped them. Zoe called her cousin, Luisa, a curandera, folk healer, who arrived at dusk. Luisa sensed a presence immediately, warning, "It feeds on fear." She conducted a cleansing ritual burning copal incense, reciting prayers, while Zoe and Carlos watched the mirror. The reflections multiplied. Dona Isabel, Antonio, and now faint outlines of others, their eyes locked on the trio. The ritual failed. The whispers turned to screams, and the mirror's surface rippled. Luisa's reflection aged before their eyes, her skin wrinkling, her cry cut off as she collapsed. Zoe and Carlos dragged her out, but the mirror's pull grew stronger. Shadows stretched from the frame, wrapping around Luisa's ankle. She gasped, "It wants all of us," before vanishing into the glass. The room fell silent, the mirror now showing only Zoe and Carlos alone, but with their reflections missing. Days passed. Zoe boarded up the hallway, but at night, she heard Luisa's voice. "Help me." The mirror's pull intensified, its whispers naming new victims. One evening, Carlos disappeared, leaving a note. "It took me. Run." Zoe stood before the mirror, her reflection gone, replaced by Dona Isabel's face, smiling. The whisper said, "You're one of us now." The glass cracked, and a hand reached out her own, but decayed and adorned with colonial rings. What lies within the mirror, and will Zoe join the watchers? If this sent a shiver down your spine, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more tales from Just Scary Tales. Tell us in the comments, would you face the mirror? Until next time, don't look too closely.